All right, everybody, welcome back. Ready for a deep dive into some, well, let's just say interesting French grammar.
Oh, yeah, we're going there. Buckle up.
We're talking about French articles and contractions. And, I got to say, as an English speaker, these things kind of trip me up. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, they're definitely a bit of a head scratcher at first, especially because, well, in English, we kind of just slap the in front of everything and call it a day.
Right. Like the cat, the house, the everything.
Exactly. But French likes to be a little more, how do you say, extra.
A little extra. I like that. Okay, so we're diving into this because we know a lot of you out there are using Pronunciator to learn French, right?
And Pronunciator, it's awesome for getting that immersive experience.
Totally. So we're going deep on these little words, articles, and contractions because they pop up everywhere in French and they can really trip you up if you're not careful. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, think about it. In English, we have A, N, and pretty straightforward, right?
Seems like it, yeah.
But in French, it's a whole different ball game. You've got definite articles like la, 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 leo, and don't forget la.
Wait, hold on. There are like multiple versions of the.
Oh, yeah. It depends on the noun, see? Whether it's masculine or feminine, singular or plural.
Whoa. It changes based on gender and number.
Welcome to French.
Man. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I love these deep dives. It's like you think you're starting to get a handle on things, and then bam, French throws a curveball.
Uh-huh. I know, right? But hey, that's what makes it fun, right? And that's why we're here to break it all down.
Okay, so let's talk about those curveballs. Let's start with articles. We've got definite, like the, and what was the other one?
Indefinite, like A or M.
Right. So how do those work in French?
Well, like I was saying, they change depending on the gender and number of the noun they're attached to. So for a masculine singular noun, you'd use le, like le chat, for the cat. But for a feminine singular noun, it's la, like la maison, for the house.
Okay, so far so good. But what about if you have more than one cat? A whole bunch of les chats.
Bingo! You'd use les for plural nouns regardless of gender. Les chats, les maisons. You get the idea.
Okay, that makes sense. But you also mentioned something called partitive articles. What are those all about?
Ah, yes. Partitive articles. Those are used when you're talking about a part of something or a non-specific amount. Think some or any.
Oh, right, like some bread or any milk.
Exactly. And these articles, they also agree in gender and number with the noun.
Wow, French grammar is like a puzzle, but a really cool puzzle.
Yeah. So how does Pronunciator come into all of this?
That's a great question. See, Pronunciator is amazing because it throws you right into the deep end with authentic French. You'll hear these articles and contractions in context naturally the way native speakers use them.
And that's really the best way to learn, right?
Absolutely. Now, are you ready to tackle contractions? Because those are a whole other beast.
Bring it on. Hit me with your best shot. I'm ready for more French mysteries. All right, so remember how we talked about how much French loves to be efficient?
Oh, yeah, like with the whole gender and number agreement thing.
Exactly. Well, contractions are another example of that. French loves to combine words, especially prepositions and articles. Like, instead of saying de le, which means of the, they often combine it into du.
Oh, right, like du pain for some bread, right?
Yeah.
I've definitely seen that in my Pronunciator lessons.
You got it. And they do this with other prepositions too, like as-tu and le, which combine to make au.
So it's like a secret code. But I bet once I crack the code, it'll make understanding French so much easier.
Absolutely. These contractions are everywhere in spoken French. They're not just about being grammatically correct. They actually add to the musicality and flow of the language. Think of them as the difference between reading a speech and having a natural flowing conversation.
That's a great way to put it. So as I'm going through my Pronunciator lessons, should I be paying extra attention to these articles and contractions?
Definitely. Pronunciator is designed to build your skills progressively. But being mindful of these elements, even early on, can give you a real advantage. Mastering them is like unlocking a secret level in your French comprehension. You'll start to notice the subtle ways these small words impact the meaning and even the tone.
So we've learned that French articles are way more specific than their English counterparts, changing based on gender and number, and that contractions are like hidden shortcuts that make French sound more natural.
Exactly. And as you become more comfortable with them, ask yourself this. How does understanding these grammatical nuances actually change the way you hear and process spoken French? It's like you're tuning your ear to a whole new frequency.
What a great way to put it. Well, I'm off to tackle those pronunciator lessons with my newfound knowledge. Au revoir for now.